Hello, everybody. So happy to connect with you all in this way. It's been so long that I've done an energy reading for you all or a video like this for you all. To be honest with you, I have been reclaiming my time big time. And as you all saw earlier this week, if you saw my stories, I even took a little staycation and did like a whole spa thing, and I'm feeling really good and refreshed after a pretty intense couple of months. I mean, pretty intense year in general for all of us, and I feel like personally a lot of I was very focused for the entire year and focused on service and focused on just kind of go. So it caught up to me towards the end of this year, like in November. So that's when I had to just unplug, and I'm so grateful for you all and for your support as I unplug completely, just like drop the ball on y'all. And I just appreciate you all for being, being cool with that, and not, respecting my boundaries as I take some time off and just rest, just chill. Okay, so I came on today to share with you all some strategies to help you in the next couple of weeks and into the new year, and just to share some guidance that I received for myself, and I want to share it with you. And then at the end of this video, I'm gonna share all my offerings and all that I have available now, because some things have changed and have shifted. And so I just want to update you all on what's up. So stay tuned for this collective reading, and stay tuned for the offerings that I have for you all. And hopefully this will help you navigate the treacherous energies that we are kind of like moving through this year. So, just to preface, I encourage you to take the messages that work for you and leave the rest. Also, I might draw some cards. I have them down here. If I feel called, I might pull some cards to get some clarification from spirit. So that's gonna be fun. And yeah. So what's happening in the next couple of weeks? So astrologers have been telling us for a while that 2020 was going to be wild, and it was. It sure was pretty wild stuff. And a lot of them are saying that the last 2 weeks of December are going to be the wildest. Okay, and so by wild, I don't think they mean like bad or anything bad is gonna happen. It's just going to be like different shifts. It's a big shift. And so what's coming up for us, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling it because this is affecting every single chart, is the solar eclipse taking place I believe next week. Yeah, next week on the 14th or 15th. 14th, I believe. So solar eclipse in Sagittarius, my rising, and then 1 week after that, we are in winter solstice. That's December 21st, and we have Jupiter and Saturn coming together in the sky for a conjunction. This conjunction, and again, I'm not an astrologer, I'm just like repeating what I understand. This conjunction is gonna kick off a new cycle for us, and it's the new cycle in air signs. So it's just a new energy of air signs, and air is all about thinking, is all about innovation, thoughts, communication, and things are not tangible. So before we spent this cycle, the previous cycle was all about earth signs, so an expansion as far as earth materialistic stuff, like really like things that you can touch and feel. When it comes to air, these are intangible things. Okay, so as we shift from earth age into this air age, we need to increase our level of self-care, especially when it comes to mental health, because this will affect our mental health and the amount of information. If anything, this year has showed you how much information there is. Opinions, information, news, propaganda, it's all mixed in this bowl together, and it's very, very challenging sometimes to decipher and to discern what is correct, what is not correct. And so I think what I realized this year is that as we take in all this information, especially now that we're connected, right, through social media and through these apps that corporations create and moderate in a way, there's almost like this influx of data processing that our minds are trying to adjust to this new world, which we're already experiencing now. You know, it's like we are intaking all this information. We are intaking all this information and processing this information. But the question is, do we need to take on all this information? Is it even ours to process? And what is it doing to us that we're not seeing yet? Okay, so this is just my intro. So strategies to assist you as we move into this new age, as we move into this new way of being. It's really, really important that you continue to establish your boundaries, to continue to curate what goes in here. Because what goes in here eventually has to be processed through here. So I know that a lot of you, a lot of us have been feeling these highs and lows and like, you know, this like imbalance in energy, in thoughts, in thinking, perhaps anxiety, perhaps we have a hard time falling asleep, insomnia, and that's kind of stuff. And that's kind of normal. These are normal symptoms to be happening like in eclipse season. So just know that. However, as we move through this new age of air, it is increasingly important to take care of your mental health and to curate what goes in. So I want to share with you just a couple of strategies to help you make the most out of your end of the year. Okay, so the first one is I want you to celebrate yourself. Okay, when was the last time you celebrated yourself? Think about who you were on January 2020 and who you are now. I bet you 100% that you have shifted, you have changed, you have awakened, you have expanded, you have just completely changed. And so can you take some time to celebrate that you are just alive? Maybe you didn't accomplish some big things this year. Maybe you just stayed alive. Can you celebrate that? Can you find joy in where you are right now? And the reason why is because how are we supposed to be given more if we can't accept where we are now? So please take some time to celebrate yourself this end of the year. You know, instead of gifting to others, gift yourself. Gift yourself something you want. Gift yourself time. Gift yourself the luxury of space and time to just be with yourself, to just pour into yourself. And I understand sometimes it's a little challenging to do something as simple as celebrate yourself. But I promise you that for better or for worse, you made it up to now, you're here, and you have a mission. You have a mission to contribute to the world. So take some time to just anchor into, wow, I'm alive in 2020 during this major shift in society. We are making history. So in the history of you, you know, how are you, you know, celebrating this milestone, that you made it here and we're about to move into the new cycle. The second thing I would like for you to do is to affirm your tribe. So think about, because of this year, we couldn't like be together with people and all these things. I'm sure that many of you have shed some weight, maybe some friendships fell off, maybe relationships that, just couldn't work out during this time. And so who is left in your tribe? Whether it's one person, whether it's 2 people, 3 people, affirm them, love on them, focus on them. They have made it with you to this time, and you're all about to embark on a whole new journey together. So take the time to affirm them, to love on them, and to just listen. Just listen to them and just be there for them. Because if anything, this year has really taught us how important it is to have genuine people in your life that don't really want anything from you. They just want to kick it with you. They just want to be there, support you in your journey, and see you for who you are. And those are your people. That's your crew. So as you celebrate yourself first, and then celebrate them. All right. The next thing that I encourage you to do, and this one is so important, so please don't skip it. It's time to grieve the old you and to grieve the old systems that are no longer working for you, that are within you. And the reason why it's important to grieve is because you want to give space for the old you to fully transition. You're no longer the person that you were a year ago, or even a month ago. Things are moving so quickly that if we don't take time to process and grieve, then we might repeat the same thing. So you know how they say history repeats itself? Our versions of ourselves will keep repeating until we acknowledge them. So let's say a version of you that was like, that was so, I don't know, so needy, or like a version of you that was like so full of themselves, whatever it is that is no longer there, that is no longer who you are. Taking that time to grieve that part, to integrate it, and to give it thanks, and do that shadow work, right? Do your shadow work so that when we move into this new cycle, you move light. Think about air is lightness. You want to move as light as possible. I think about that fool's journey in the tarot. They're traveling light, and even though the road may not be as clear cut, it's still a sense of like, I'm moving new, but I don't want to take all this baggage with me. So that's your baggage. Your shadow can be heavy if you don't take a look at it. Your shadow can be holding you back. So take that time to grieve, to integrate, and to accept who you are, now, and create some space for who you're becoming. All right. The next one is to embrace redirection and to embrace mystery. So the energy that I'm sensing in this month and this past couple of months really is like trying to, your mind kind of like spinning, trying to pinpoint, like, what do I do next? What should I do? Do I have to It's like the mind is trying so hard to feel safe when the energies are like, detach. Stop trying to hold on to something, because as these planetary shifts are going to happen, we're going to shift with them, we're going to change with them, and it's really hard to know what's going to happen. I have no idea. This is not a prediction. reading. I have no clue what's gonna happen, and I don't really care. What I know is what's going on now. So right now, what is your guidance saying to you? You know, if you keep having like an idea, and then the next day another idea, and the next day another idea, know that this is not a time to like take big action and make a major decisions. Wait until the end of the year, even until January. I mean, in my opinion, you know, new beginnings start in, spring equinox, and that's in March. So the next 3 months is winter season, is hibernation season. So chill out and just be okay with the not knowing. Can you be okay with being uncomfortable not knowing? Understanding that not knowing is inherent. We don't know. Nobody knows. But the mind, you gotta train the mind to be okay with that. So that's when we come back to embracing the mystery, embracing redirection. You have changed, your way of being has changed, the way you view the world has changed, and inevitably your work is gonna change, your friendships are gonna change, your relationships are gonna change, and the way you present yourself into the world, the way you contribute, the frequencies that you contribute into the world are going to change. But instead of trying to figure them out now, let yourself be eclipsed, okay? Let yourself just be in the not knowing. Just like not knowing. And it's gonna be uncomfortable. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But if it is uncomfortable, then that's when you get back into that meditation practice and just sitting with the discomfort and doing that shadow work and grieving that part of you that wants to know, that wants to pinpoint, that wants to predict. And so if you are going out there looking for prediction stuff, like here's what's gonna happen, understand that those are just opinions. Like, you can't predict the future. You can take a guess, it can be a lucky guess, but the future is not, is multiple possibilities. So it's not just one thing. And so when you're able to sit in the mystery, when you're able to just be okay with that, then hopefully you'll get to create from consciously, as opposed to recreate the past. Okay, because when you sit with that is when you sit with that grief, when you sit with that sadness. There's a lot of grief and sadness. Allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to grieve. And sometimes it'll be about nothing in particular. You might be watching a movie and you're just like bawling your eyes out, you know. Let yourself release and be eclipsed in that way. This is going to help you a lot in traveling light and letting go of that heavy weight. Okay. And lastly, and this is the most important message I have for you today, is that you must slow down and rest. Y'all, I'm speaking from experience. I am the self-care queen. I rest a lot, but I'm talking about what is radical self-care. What is the most radical thing you can do? For me, it was shutting down everything, canceling all my one-on-one sessions, and everything canceled. And I gave myself a month and a half, and I'm still in it. But now I feel refreshed, so I'm here talking to you. But I just dropped the ball. Like, fuck it. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be, and I want to do my shadow work. And so, was it fun? Some of it. Some of it was fun. It was heavy, but I know consciously, like, this is heavy because this is preparing me for a new initiation. So don't stall on that. Don't look for ways to keep your mind busy. Sit with that busyness and let it be flushed out, whether through breath, through meditation, through journaling, through healing, through journeying, whatever really works for you. All right. So to recap, we have celebrate yourself, affirm your tribe, grieve the old you, embrace redirection and mystery, and must slow down and rest. Lastly, just as a reminder, we are about to enter winter season, hibernation season. It's not the time to grow things. Just look outside. When in doubt, just look outside. If you can, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you're going against the natural law. of things. You can plant seeds, you can like journey deep within, you can ponder on things, but take that time to slow down, to rest, because the spring is gonna come and it's gonna be go time again. So save that energy for then. So I'm gonna pull a couple of cards for us today. This is from the Work Your Light. I'm gonna pull a card from Work Your Light deck, the Starseed Oracle deck, and the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. So we'll start with Work Your Light. Okay, so what does the collective need to know? Okay, here we go. Protection. Call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. Yes, call back your power, cut the cords. This is part of that shedding that I was talking about, it's part of that grieving the past, and this is also about boundaries, kind of creating that sanctuary for you to grieve whatever needs to be grieved, retrieve that parts of your soul that have been like lost, or you're just too busy not even thinking about them. Cut the cords with those that aren't people and habits that are really you don't want to take with you to the next cycle, and call your power back. This is something that we will be doing on December 21st during my master cleanse. So that's on winter solstice. So I'll talk about that in a bit. But if you want to do it with us in a circle, come through. I love that this is showing us eclipse here. So this is just affirming that it's really important to protect yourself during the eclipse time. During eclipses are not usually a time to do a lot of rituals and like whatever hardcore rituals. You just want to like chill out, allow yourself to be eclipsed, maybe journal, meditate as usual, take a bath. That's the kind of vibe. So you kind of just allowing whatever energy to move through you, as opposed to you trying to harness that energy. So stay protected, call your energy back, and maybe disconnect from social media a little bit. Okay, so that's the first message. Let's see, what other messages do you have for the collective spirit? Okay. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. That's so beautiful. I love this card because what it talks about is that you are here to create your own reality, right? And you will get a chance. I mean, you're doing it all the time. You're doing it every day, but you will get a chance to really like create from scratch, because anything that's not really meant to go with you is gonna have to be like snatched away. So this is why you must take the time to grieve, so that when it's time to create again, it's time to bring your ideas to life, then you have a blank canvas to work with. Okay, your life is a canvas. What type of colors do you want in it? What type of energies do you want in it? You get to curate that for yourself. So look forward to that time where we need to change. We need to change as a collective, as individuals, as a community. Things need to shift, and we will have a lot of opportunities to experiment next year and in the coming years, and a lot of opportunities to innovate. And so this is when you come in. So take that time. When I think about artists, actually, artists are like loner types, that take a lot of time, to ponder, to think, to kind of like to just exist and contemplate. So this is what I'm getting from this card. It's time to contemplate, because now it's time to take that time for contemplation, and then you'll have an opportunity to redirect that energy to create that which you want to create in the world. Okay, last card here with the animal spirit. Okay. The wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Okay, I love this card, honestly, and it's like 64, which is 10, which is 1. And so like new beginnings. I almost feel like this card and means like, you know what? Shit happens. Shit happens, pandemics happen, people die, people lie, people steal, like shit happens. This is the human experience. And it's like instead of wallowing in it and trying to figure out why and how and this and that and like staying in that energy, just accept it. Life stings sometimes, but it doesn't sting all the time, okay? And I don't mean to be like to be mean about it, but get over it. Get over it or not, okay? Again, this is for the collective. For the collective. For individuals, it can be different. I'm not saying if you're suffering all that, don't just get over it. You can't just get over it. But hopefully you're not taking this out of context. But as a collective, we need to get over these structures that we built that are not working for us, for the world, for the animals, for anything. And we need to get over it and start creating the new, that bringing out that canvas, being artists again and create new things out of nothing. So if you've had a hard time this year, know that sometimes life stings, but it doesn't sting all the time, okay? Typically what happens is after every low, we hit a really good high. This is the balance of the universe. So if you're feeling low, know for sure that you're gonna have your period of highs. If you're feeling high, you're gonna have your period of lows. And over and over and over again. This is just how it is. So I just want you to remember that, and so that you don't fall into that despair. So that's my spiel for you all. I really hope this resonated with you and this encouraged you hopefully in some way. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let me tell you about my offerings and what I have. So the most important thing that I have coming up is the Master Cleanse happening on December 21st, winter solstice, the day of the Great Conjunction. I know it's a Monday, but I really wanted to do it on winter solstice. So on that day, if you want to join us virtually at 6 p.m. EST, also you'll receive a recording if you can't be here live, we will do a quantum healing journey to kind of collapse old timelines and open up new ones. Open up the space for that, almost like that canvas, that blank canvas to move into the new. So this is an opportunity for you to clear the energies of 2020 and the past decade, really, so that we can be ready for what's to come. So we will do sound healing, energy healing, and all kinds of stuff that I don't even know, to be honest. We'll probably do another reading then as well. So if you want to join us, that is the only thing I'm offering this month. And it's going to be amazing because it just will be a beautiful time to anchor and to acknowledge what's happening above right here. Okay, so then I have one-on-one sessions. I opened up my books again for readings, energy healings, aura sessions, which is past life regressions and entity removal and all kinds. If you want to go deep, that's the session for you. And I have a year ahead readings that I'm offering for just 10 people because I don't have time to do more than that. And so if this is for 2021, so if you want to know, receive guidance for every month of 2021, this year ahead reading is going to give you that. So I will work with your guides, angels, and I will record 12 different readings for each month. That includes the theme, affirmations, and all kinds of stuff. And so that way you have guidance at the beginning of each month. So this will be a beautiful way for you to ground this guidance every month so that you feel, supported throughout the month. So if you're interested in that, that information is on icowellness.com, on the link in bio, my website. And what else? What else is that? Oh, yes, products. So this is the first December in since I started ICU Wellness that I'm actually here in the US. I'm usually traveling. So I'm here for all of your, Christmas gifts. If you celebrate Christmas or if you want to gift a self-care package to somebody, I've been getting a lot of people gifting packages. So I love that. Yeah, place an order before December 20th in order for it to arrive on time. And yeah, place an order, get some goodies. It's all restocked. And yeah, if you want to include like a handwritten note, let me know. Happy to do that for you. So that's all I got. And I thank you so much to everybody who tuned in. And I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was good for the soul. Okay. Thank you all. Love you. Talk soon. Bye.